You may proceed.
Thank you. So I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. It is 6 o'clock, July 22nd, 2026. Commissioner Keller, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I always struggle if I should say first name or commissioner last name. Okay, can we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Keller,
Present.
Commissioner Gonzalez, I'm sorry, Vice Chair Gonzalez,
Present.
Chair Van Grau.
Present.
Absent from tonight's meeting is Commissioner Allen.
Okay, do we have any public comments?
None received.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to item number 1, which is approval of the last meetings from June 23rd. I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye. I was going to second.
No
Beat
opposed?
me to it.
Motion passes. Okay, so now we have Sarah.
Good evening, Commissioners. It is our esteemed pleasure and excitement to present this informational report recognizing July as National Parks and Recreation Month. So each year, the National Recreation and Park Association designates July as a time to celebrate the positive impact that parks and recreation have on a community across the boards in which they serve. This year's theme, Build Together, Play Together, reflects how parks and recreation bring people together, strengthen neighborhoods, and create opportunities for people of all ages to connect, stay active, and build lasting memories. Here in Yucaipa, we're fortunate to offer a wide variety of parks, trails, recreation programs, aquatic, sports, special events, senior services, youth activities, and performing arts opportunities. These services are made possible through the collaboration of our Community Services Department, Public Works, our instructors, our volunteers, our community partners, and of course, the support of you as the guidance for the Parks and Rec Commission. To further recognize Park and Recreation Month, City Council will consider a proclamation at its meeting on Monday, July 27th, so this coming Monday. As part of tonight's recommendation, we're requesting the commission to designate one commissioner to attend that meeting and accept the proclamation on behalf of the Park and Recreation Commission. We, as in your city staff, thank each of you for your continued support and advocacy for parks and recreation here in Yucaipa. Your service helps ensure that our community continues to have a safe, welcoming space and quality programs that enhances the quality of life for all residents. Before I conclude, we're honored to premiere a short video that was created in celebration of Park and Recreation Month. Vanessa Emilio and our marketing team put together to showcase this wonderful video of what our Parks and Recreation means to our community through photos submitted through the Yucaipa residents, through apps and emails and any other sort in which that were submitted. So we believe that this video is a great reflection of this year's theme, Build Together, Play Together, and demonstrates the important role our Parks and Recreation's facilities, programs, and services bring in bringing people together. So this video is scheduled to premiere tomorrow on social media, if all goes as planned, and we really do thank Vanessa for spearheading this and putting this wonderful video together and the support that the marketing team provided her. And we also appreciate all of the residents that submitted photos and our team as well to help us celebrate, my Yucaipa Parks. So, they said that. So that concludes my report, and we as staff are available for any questions you may have.
Is it possible to have that at the August 10th meeting with the city council?
We will make that recommendation and pass it over to the city clerk team.
Maybe just be plain while I talk.
I'll let the clerk know.
Thank you.
You said the meeting is on the 27th?
This coming Monday is the council meeting, yes,
What time?
6 p.m. Here in council chambers.
And you just need one of us, correct? Or
You're
could
all
more of
present.
us come?
All of you are welcome to be present, as well as your family, friends, anybody from the community, but to be recognized with city council, but you can all come up and take a photo.
What do you guys think?
I'll be here.
Okay. So we have Vice Chair, do you want to accept it? I'll come as well, but you can stand up there because you always look so dapper.
What? No, we accept it together. We are one unit.
Are we gonna hold it together? What about Joel?
You can hold.
What about Joel?
I was gonna say, each of you take a corner, pick your favorite side. You can all be present. You can all, if words should be shared by any of you, that's why we were recommending that one accept it.
We
but
just
all
have to
three of-
sit it separate.
No.
Okay,
I don't believe Brown Act applies when you attend a council meeting.
okay,
The acceptance is agendized, so you guys are good.
okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, if you're able to make it,
What
We'll
time
see
is the
you
meeting? What time is it? 6?
6 on Monday. Okay. So that one's just, do we have to actually formally nominate somebody?
If you'd like to designate who would officially make comments, if or when it was appropriate, then that's what we were recommending, that you already had a plan of who would quote-unquote accept it.
You want to make comments?
Comments about what? Yes, I will.
Are we sure?
I believe in you.
Hey, in the moment, I can come up with something. Okay.
You know what, I actually think you probably can. And if Joel has faith in you, I do too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Vice
Okay.
Chair, we are also available for any feedback or prior correspondence if you'd like to bounce off any ideas and recommendations. We're here to support you.
Thank you.
Also, I'll have something as a backup I can just slide to you if needed. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Vice Chair Gonzalez will be there and be prepared with a pocket square. Okay.
I'd like to note that I appreciate the faith my colleagues have in me.
See, that's all you have to do. Okay, awesome. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay, so Vanessa.
Good evening, Commissioner. So tonight, I'm pleased to provide an update on the Senior Services Division of Recreation for fiscal year 2026. So between July 2025 and June 2026, the Shear Community Center welcomed 10,850 participants. Approximately 253 of those were registered through ActiveNet and were what's the word I'm looking for? They were counted only once. So that 10,850 participants, those could have been people who visited the center more than once. But we have 253 unduplicated participants recorded through ActiveNet. This year, we refreshed the center with new flooring, interior paint, and we launched a senior services brand and redesigned our monthly newsletter. So before that, the senior center was kind of branded as a senior center. So we kind of identified a color palette and even a tagline, which is live well, connect well, age well, and identifying activities and programs that fall within that scope. So really the senior center is more of like a quality of life center. So seniors can improve different avenues of their life, whether that's, again, living well, connecting well, or aging well. We continue to offer 6 contract classes, 9 active clubs, monthly educational seminars, and popular social activities like bingo, trivia, and paint parties. When it comes to community engagement, we hosted a health fair this past fall, and we also partnered with Assemblymember Greg Wallace to provide that senior scam seminar earlier this year. We also continued strong partnerships with organizations like the Family Services Association to conduct daily lunch service. San Bernardino County, and High Cap to expand access to nutrition, wellness, and Medicare services. Next, we have the Golden Wheels Transportation Program. So the program continues to help older adults remain independent by providing transportation to medical appointments, grocery stores, and community activities. During the year, the program provided more than 3,600 one-way passenger trips, over 1,600 service hours, and nearly 14,500 service miles. The program currently serves approximately 120 active members, and we were approved to expand the project, so we will be acquiring a new van sometime later this fiscal year. And I do want to note that while we have 120 active members, that's not fully capturing the whole fiscal year because the Golden Wheels program runs January through December, and of course fiscal years are July through June. So I believe at the end of last calendar year, the program had about 140 participants. We typically see more in the fall just because throughout the year, seniors might lose their driver's license, unfortunately. So the program does not have like what I would call like a top-heavy registration. Sometimes we see a lot more trickle in later in the year. So looking ahead, so as we move into this new fiscal year, our focus will be on expanding the Golden Wheels program, which we have acquired additional funding for, strengthening community partnerships, and continuing to evaluate new programs and services. And the staff of the Senior Center will also participate in roundtables with other senior centers in the area. So we're very proud of the progress that we've made, and we want to continue growing our programs here that support Yucaipa's older adults to stay active, connected, and independent. So that is it for my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Great. Do we have any questions or anything?
No
we
questions,
talked
but
about some of
that's
it with-
amazing. Thank you for that.
We talked about some of it with the budget conversation, so it's awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay. And we have Megan with the rodeo wrap up.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. This evening, I would like to call up to the podium two individuals, Shelley and Jim. These two individuals represent the Yucaipa Equestrian Arena Committee. The partnership with the city and the committee is one of those things that I feel makes Yucaipa extremely unique and very fortunate. The Yucaipa Equestrian Arena Committee gives countless hours and time to not only maintain the facility, but to put on an amazing event for Yucaipa residents and others to gather. The 2026 rodeo was once again a success, and it's thanks to members of the committee like Jim and Shelley. The event was held on May 15th and 16th at the Yucaipa Equestrian Center, and I felt like there wasn't anybody better to explain how successful the event was besides these two. So we'll let them take over.
Very well said. Again, success, sold out on Saturday, almost sold out on Friday. We finally had a year with really, really good weather. It didn't snow, it didn't rain. Beer sold out. Once again, it brings the community together and it keeps the Western and the horsemanship intact, which is why a lot of people relocate and come to Yucaipa for that rural feeling. The white fencing, the beige fencing around this town means something when you come and look at this town. Without the city and all of our volunteers, we would not be able to put on a rodeo to the magnitude that we do. We are a small town, and if you go to any of the other rodeos, we blow them away. We blow the rodeos away. Our show is fantastic. Our participation is fantastic. We have zero, what would be the word, Jim? Fights. We serve alcohol, we dance, we have dance floors, we have merchandise, we have vendors. This month prior to it is a sleepless, work-filled time for all of us. This year, your rodeo was put on by approximately 12 people. That is how small and tight this committee is, and we're all committed to keeping the Equestrian Center alive and putting on good shows for you. And again, without the help of our volunteers and community, we couldn't do that. Jim?
And then we would add the city staff and Megan and Scott, the maintenance crew. They're fantastic. Yeah, the event couldn't be put on without the city backing us with, with their permission. So if you guys know any volunteers, send them our way.
I was just thinking that. when the
Any
Parks and
any
Rec.
tractor operators, any grounds guys,
Trash
any
picker
trash people,
uppers.
yep, send them our way. We got concrete to break. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We just want our goal is that all our money goes into running the equestrian center. We give some money to the Queen program. We give money to the Yucaipa High School kids for graduation. But the majority of it goes into, and we make sure the last 2 years, we tried to make the city whole with the police and with the paramedics. I don't know that we've covered Megan's time, but I don't think we could afford that, so.
Right? She's
So,
priceless.
but with, without Megan, we would be really, we'd be in trouble.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I just want to give her a big shout out to,
Yeah.
and I love Sarah. I used to work with Sarah in Moreno Valley, so.
Does anybody have any questions for us that we could
Yeah.
answer, or that you guys want to make recommendations, or anything of the sort for the rodeo or the equestrian center park?
What are the outreach efforts you have for getting volunteers, right? So I'm sure you can always use, like you said, even people just picking up trash. Like, who is it that you've reached out to? Is it like to the high school or anything?
Yes. High school, churches, Boy
Anybody.
Scouts, anybody. We get people from all over that want to. Now, keep in mind, when people go to our website or look us up, they send us messages because they want to come brush horses or pet the bulls or something. Now, we all know in reality that is not what you're doing. You're picking up poop and trash and emptying things and filling waters and running back and forth. So sometimes we lose people because of that, but then other people see how fulfilling it is to put on shows and to help with the community when the community comes out. So that's where we get people. We have our same group of people that have been coming back year after year, almost 10 years of certain volunteers filling certain positions. And again, without those people, the time they put in, we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. We pride ourselves on not having to pay people to come out and volunteer to put on a good show. So maybe 27, we can reach out to the Parks and Rec department and see if you guys can put something out for us to send us some people to help out.
Absolutely. I do it myself, for sure.
Give me his number.
Said he wants
Going in my phone.
Sign you up.
You're in.
he wants to muck some stalls
Oh,
for you.
they're still mucking. There's always mucking. Every time we have a show, if you go onto the YAC website, there's a calendar of events, and each month you can look at it, you can pull it up, and it tells you what's happening each weekend, whether it's a pet adoption or a horse show or a gymkhana or a Boy Scout, Eagle Scout project. There's almost always
class.
first aid classes, CPR, stop the bleed. We pride ourselves on education, so we try to bring as much education as possible. We were also able to give 4 scholarships to Yucaipa High School this year, which was double for what we've done in the past.
That's awesome.
All right.
I do want to add just a few more things. This year's rodeo featured bull riding, mutton busting, bareback riding, tie-down roping, and several other activities. But one of the things that's really unique about this rodeo is they have a gold buckle table. And that table gets to sit right there where the action is, right around the arena. You can't get a closer view without actually riding on the bull. And it's a really unique thing that they brought to this community to have an opportunity to really feel like you're a part of the rodeo. And I just think that they do a really great job, and they don't get a ton of recognition. And then I have a quick 2 other things to say. Not only do they put on this rodeo, but they bring visitors from outside of the area, and it's the economic impact that it brings to this community. The people coming will fill their gas tanks with gas, stop at a restaurant and eat, maybe even see a home for sale and want to move here. Also, they partnered with the Yucaipa Active Church, because they have so many people that come to the rodeo, they don't even have enough parking for them. And so a partnership with the city, the committee, and the church is people can park at the church for free, and we will bus them in the Chair Van Grau's favorite vehicle, the Golden Wheels van, to get them from point A to point B. And then finally, I just have a quick story. I was at an event this past weekend, and I ran into a little girl. She was probably 7, absolutely full of life, smiles for days, and just so happy. And so I was like, hi, what's your name? And she was so well spoken for 7, and she stood up tall, and I just said, what are you involved in? Like, what sports do you play? And she's like, I'm a queen. What?
Yes.
I'm a queen too, right? No, she was a part of a program that you guys put on, and she explained it all to me, and I feel really bad that I don't remember all the names, but she said that there's different layers and tiers that she rides a horse, and she said that she's at the equestrian arena weekly. She said they teach them about manners, about how to present themselves. I mean, all these things that pour into a young adult to help them be like a productive member of society. How cool is that? So my hat is off to you. Our hat is off to you. And thank you guys. And we hope that you continue to pour into our youth. So.
I hope so. We had over 7,000 people come through our gates.
That was gonna be my question.
That's a low number for this year, but,
And the hotels were sold out.
And we do pride ourselves on keeping our tickets low and our prices low, but evidently the contractors, vendors, and everybody else said, yeah,
They went up.
We're not keeping ours low, so.
We
you
do
know,
our best.
It's a never-ending juggling game of who you're gonna make mad this year,
We just switch it around every year.
Yeah, we just kind of spread the blame
Spread the
to
love.
everyone.
Thank you.
Just not the director and the president.
That's it. We got to
yeah.
keep it together. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
If I remember
you.
correctly, you also have, was it root beer floats
Oh, yeah.
that are really great?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have to bring in the snacks since you brought in Golden Wheels. So yes, we were impressed with your snack bar when we visited on our
Thank
tour.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do a
good.
pretty good job over there.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, I want a root beer float. Those are good.
Well, you go muck out stalls, you can get a root beer float when you're done.
I've done it before.
Spencer will work for root beer floats.
100%.
Okay, so now we have our National Night Out. Courtney?
Yes, commissioners, if I may chime in as Courtney makes her way down to the podium. So our next item is the 2026 National Night Out event, and we have our community partner, Courtney Nagel. She's with the Sheriff's Department here, and this is one of those wonderful opportunities where the Sheriff's Department is putting on an event, and we as in the city and community services we are permitted to be their partner rather than the other way around for our events where they come in and they're our community partner. And so with that, we turn it on over to you to give us some information about the upcoming event.
Thank you. So we yearly have National Night Out. It is a national event. It's been happening, I believe this is the 43rd year. So it happens across the United States. It's happening on August 4th this year from 5 to 8 at the community park. It just gives us an evening to interact with our community. It's a huge community policing event. So we have like our posse come out with their horses. A bunch of probation will usually be there. Our search and rescue will be there. The city's there. Just a huge night for kids to come out, parents to come out, just interact with the public, get to know our community. And it's, I think over the past probably 3 or 4 years has grown a huge amount. So I can't really say how many people come out. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is one of our biggest nights of the year. And it's a blast for everyone. I enjoy putting it on. It's a lot of work and it's a lot to put on, but I enjoy putting it on. It'll be at the community park this year. If you guys have any questions, I'm here. If you guys would like to have a booth there, you guys are more than welcome to have a booth there. I know Sarah also said that you guys could work with her, split a booth with her. It's just a huge night to kind of get to know the community, put yourself out there. I think that's all I got for that.
That's great. Do we want to share a booth with Sarah? I hear there'll be root beer floats.
I mean, I think it's a great idea. I'm just unfortunately not in town that night, so
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to go.
Joel? Yeah? Okay, so I think that that would be a yes for us. Yeah, we need the Jeopardy music playing right now.
And there's no pressure from us. We just simply wanted to help share the offer that you're welcome to have a booth by yourself, and Ms. Courtney will make sure you have space. You're welcome to join
Okay.
our booth with community services. You're welcome just to attend or help share the word that this event is upcoming with your friends and family and neighbors and constituents. So no, there's no pressure to join me at the booth, because you all seem very excited by that.
What time is the event?
It's
It
5
is-
to 8.
Yeah. I'm thinking we could probably share a booth. Would you guys agree?
I agree.
Okay. So count on us sharing a booth with you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll send
Thank
you
you.
additional details.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
And we have Megan.
No, you have Sarah.
Yay!
Their excitement about me is very palatable tonight.
Well,
I think it's 'cause
I was
can't speak
trying.
And okay.
I was,
If I may, on behalf of Megan Wolf and the Community Services Department, I was very enthusiastic and I have a passion for this project. So we are here tonight to discuss the mile markers at Yucaipa Community Park. So as you probably already know, there is a walking loop that was established as part of the city's Healthy Yucaipa Committee. And it was to encourage walking, running, other outdoor recreation activities. And the mile markers are placed approximately every 1/10 of a mile to help park users track their distance and monitor their fitness goals if they have any. So over the years, however, the existing markers have deteriorated due to weather exposure, UV damage, normal wear and tear, truthfully, occasional vandalism. So during a recent field assessment, city staff found that many of the decals have faded or peeled, and some are just really missing the plaques entirely. In addition to, we know that we have at least one marker that could not be located. We also noted that the start-finish marker is partially hidden by landscaping, making it difficult for visitors to identify maybe where the loop even begins and ends. So as part of this review, staff are verifying the total length of the walking loop, because there's a disconnect of whether or not it's an 1/8 of a mile or a 1/9 of a mile. So we are working with Public Works to determine that, as well as ensuring that information is accurate. That will also help us as city staff provide consistent information to our park users. So rather than simply replacing the existing vinyl decals, staff are exploring the option of a more durable option, such as engraved metal plaques, thermoplastic pavement markings, other long-lasting materials that may require more maintenance over time. So maybe there's more of an upfront cost, but long-term, it has less wear and tear, vice versa of the plaque or the vinyl sticker that was at one of the markers. As you can see in the photos up at the top, that's an actual photo of one of our trail markers where you cannot see the vinyl at all. It no longer exists. And the other photos are just some that we have found in other parks across the country doing some research. So we are also recommending that we evaluate incorporating emergency location identifiers, such as you can see in some of these other ones that we have found across the country, as well as providing a simple reference point for emergency responders, maintenance staff, even park visitors who need to report an emergency, accident, incidents, that sort of thing, because that could also help us increase our response times, as well as serve as distance markers. So tonight, we are requesting that the commission receive and file this report, as well as provide any feedback or direction you'd like staff to consider as we continue researching replacement options, installation methods, and any associated costs before returning with a future recommendation. So that concludes our report, but we are also happy to answer any additional questions.
Do you have a picture of what it looks like now? Aside from the one that's missing completely.
I did not include one in the report. No.
I may have one somewhere, but
We have photos, I just did not bring them tonight
this
to
is
answer your
great because
question.
I keep sending it into the
The app, perfect.
Is there a way to add to one of these like a QR code?
We have seen that
Could
on
then
some
go
of the
to
other
like
markers.
the app, and then if there's something wrong in the park, there's markers that work for both. Which at that point, I think it'd be something, my opinion, something more up as opposed to down on the ground. So if somebody's walking and they say, hey, there's erosion here, oh, there's a mile marker with the QR code, I can send it in if they don't already have the app.
Thank you, we appreciate that.
Guys,
When were the mile markers installed originally?
Ooh, that's a very good question. We'd have to come back to you with an actual date of installation. Yeah, I'm
They've been
trying
there
to
a
think. I
while.
was hired in 2014, and I know they were not here at the time, but we may be close to 10 years, but we can come back to you with the answer on that.
Is this the only park that has mile markers in town? Yeah.
Yes. And there's some along the uptown, and there's other pavement markers, but the only park, I believe, is
those
community.
are those pavement markers, though, like historic markers? Okay. Because I think there's both too, right?
These are really good
I'm
questions,
like-
and we can bring back more information. So we are definitely going to note these down, Vice Chair Gonzalez.
Thank you.
My experience is that they're very low visibility.
Yeah.
I only have seen a couple of them. I don't actively look for them per se, but I've definitely seen that one.
Part of
And,
it, a bunch of them look
I
like
also
that.
don't know where the trail starts or where it ends or anything, so the mile markers are kind of a mystery to me. So is there anywhere where that's posted, like trail starts here, or?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Megan. There used to be a map, but this might be a really great recommendation if we can incorporate it into a QR code that not only takes you to a city app, but maybe a map and more information
be
about the
great.
general area in the loop.
I agree with that.
So the other thing is, aren't we going to have to redo signs for new ordinances also?
We have actually recently done that, and Public Works has installed them.
Okay, because I was going to say, could we have a start thing near those? If it's too late to incorporate it into it, so you see the rules. Here's the start.
But maybe the QR code takes you to the app where you can also have a digital version of the rules and
That too.
ordinances. And
Yeah,
I like that.
you could do so much with
with
the QR code
with
now.
big e-bike warnings that blink.
Right at the top.
Maybe we have a sponsor listening who might love to have their logo on these and sponsor lights, and
I think that sounds great for anyone
We're
out
willing
there
into
who's listening,
existence.
because I'm sure we have a lot of that. I guess my only other thing is that we do already have the concrete things there. So utilizing those would save money, correct? Unless we did something like the one that looks like it's on a fence post.
yes, I included that photo because I wanted you to be able to see something like a marker, call 911. It's a very small picture up on the screen, but it's just some of the information that's on the marker. There are so many ways in which we could have these designed, but what information would we want incorporated? We were intending to use the plaques because, as you mentioned, that is the most cost efficient as of now. But what can we install on that concrete block is what we're trying to determine.
So my other thing would be the ones at the bottom. Kind of almost look like survey markers. I wouldn't necessarily, like boundary markers. I wouldn't necessarily think that that's part of a walking trail.
If I may, there's some news just in.
Got a sponsor?
Unfortunately, no money, but some facts. They were installed between 2011 and 2012 in the Uptown, at 7th Street Park, and at the community park. It was a part of a Healthy Yucaipa initiative, and they had like a Healthy Yucaipa logo on them with a mile marker.
Are they still at 7th Street too?
No, I think they're all gone.
Okay. So what do you guys think?
I'd love for them to be on posts.
You like post
Higher
idea?
visibility.
The only problem is that we have those already.
And the post deteriorates too. Unless you pump a lot of money into it, which we don't want to do.
So I think what you were asking for us also is if we support the replacement of them?
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So we're looking at basically just pulling the current signs off and putting new ones on.
Luckily, sorry if I may, Sarah, we don't have to pull them out. Somebody did that for us.
Well, I guess
At least a few of them.
What I'm getting at is how many are left, and is it even worth trying to spruce up the current ones?
I think there's one maybe that's intact.
There's 7 blocks.
I think all of them have some variation of damage though,
Correct.
correct?
I'm in support of a post.
So maybe we can fix those and put things on a post,
I mean, a
For
post
you.
with a sign on it.
QR
I
code.
would like that with the QR code
Okay.
and an emergency location and all that good stuff.
Which, yeah, having like 911 and all of that stuff.
Sure.
I mean, I think most people kind of know that, but well, isn't there Healthy Yucaipa talks about a county services
211.
to include some of that also? That's for like disaster preparedness, that sort of thing, right?
211 is the county resource where really you can call them and ask any question under the sun. I have this problem. I'm looking for this resolution. I don't know who I need to help fix with this. I am looking for somebody to help me pay a bill and childcare. It is really just a plethora of availability for resources. So it's not just disaster preparedness. Anybody in San Bernardino County can call 211 and ask any question under the sun, and they have a list of resources.
Okay.
Hopefully to match their question and inquiry.
What were the existing mile markers made of, or were they?
It was a vinyl sticker placed on it.
Oh, okay. So you're looking more for like a weather-resistant type of signage material to place?
They
With
have some
adhesive?
weather resistance. So we are just at this point, because we know that we would love as a city to support our residents to replace the damaged items with something. So we were just doing research of what would be our best options, and we wanted to present this item to you as commissioners as you utilize our parks and you speak with other fellow residents of maybe some ideas that we're not already currently seeking.
And I think one of the goals of the Parks and Rec Commission is to review policy, and so much has changed since 2011. Like, we got QR codes. And so we do see this item on the app quite often. It could just be Chair Van Grau continuously reporting it. But there are other committees that are speaking about this, and I know Trails and Open Space is talking about putting markers in. And so is this something that the commission wishes to continue, or is this something that as a community, we've aged out of. Like, we don't need mile markers anymore. They have things like Strava and other things. We're just looking for direction.
So to piggyback a little bit on our liaison updates, because it's next anyway, Trails and Open Spaces is going to have a QR code on their mile markers. So I think that it would benefit, when you do branding, where people come to expect a certain thing, like when you go to Starbucks and your drink is always the same. If you're on a trail for Trails and Open Spaces, if you're on a trail for a park, a walking trail, that it all has a consistent sense about it where, oh, I scan this QR code and it's going to show me a map. It's going to show me where it starts, how long it is total. So I think that's the direction that I would say, is to kind of piggyback off of what they're already planning on doing as well. Because the thing that we talked about with trails is, let's say somebody gets to that trail and it's longer, more steep than they anticipated, harder than they anticipate. Foreseeably, that QR code could say, but look, we have community park if you're just interested in a walking trail. And vice versa, if you do the walking trail at community park and you say, wow, that was too easy, I want something more strenuous. Now you have access to other trails and things in town. That would be my recommendation, so in keeping with the signage.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that these have created an opportunity for engagement with a captive audience. They're going to be walking for 20 minutes. And if they scan it, then they can look at, like you said, the different trails and mile markers and report the e-bikes and all that kind of stuff. So it provides an opportunity to engage with the public that's actually using the parks. So I see value in these.
I agree. My dogs really like to sniff them too.
It's because the other dogs pee on them.
I was refraining from saying that. Sniff them.
This is why they should be on posts.
I think dogs would still enjoy posts as well to sniff.
That's true.
True. Mine definitely would.
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just,
It keeps the pee off of the actual sign, though. Unless they're very talented.
Spencer?
but if we may, it's 15 years later. It's a great opportunity to update some of our facilities and maintenance and.
Well, you can see on the picture up there that there's graffiti on it, right? So I'm assuming at some point Scott and his team has tried to get that off, and it's probably caked on there pretty good where you can't get it off. So I see here painted stencils is an option, and I know that's a good option as far as cost savings in the future, because it's something that you don't have to replace. You can just kind of send somebody out there to touch up on. So that would be an option, but I guess the elements out there are going to be a problem out there with all the sunlight. So I would probably suggest something more along signage and maybe some sort of like a sealant on top to protect it from where you can clean it in the event that there is graffiti, because I know that that's a recurring problem out at our parks.
Thank you.
So I think our consensus is that we're all for revitalizing it, but keeping it.
But the priority should be to, like I said, or like you guys said, I don't think people are aware that this is even a trail anymore, obviously, with these. So getting something in there and then highlighting it on the website or a sign at the parks, letting people know that this is what it is, and you're going to find, relevant information when you take this loop and scan the QR codes, and you'll find out more.
I do think that the ones that we have now are more eye-catching than some of the ones that just have like the numbers. Because again, those ones I feel like are more like, oh, that's not for us. That's for like back office use or something. So that would be my only other recommendation, is just make it pop, even if it's just the city logo or something on it.
I think the most important thing for me is the engagement.
I agree. agree.
So I feel like the QR code is the most important thing on the.
Well, yeah, the QR
The
code too.
mileage is like secondary for those who don't want to engage, at least they know where they're going and how far they've come. But
I mean, the one right there that says East Bank Trail, if it was a QR code right in the middle too. Something like that. But
So
that,
if I may revert back some information, you are in favor of us revitalizing and exploring some opportunities. You would love us to prioritize consistent branding with a QR code. Posts, if we're able to do it, excuse me, so then they are a little higher up off the ground to prevent dogs from sniffing.
well, for visibility purposes more than anything.
To prevent Chair Van Graal's dogs from sniffing, to be specific.
Let's just be real.
Thank you, we appreciate the feedback.
thank you. Now I'm gonna be shy about taking my dogs to the park.
Just bring your bags.
I feel like everyone's watching me now. Okay, so then with that, we are on to our committee liaison updates, and I believe we do have public comments for this one. Public liaison. We have chairperson from Trails and Open Spaces. Is that okay? Typically Denise is our liaison, but I think also she wasn't able to make the last one.
I'm not sure anybody wants to listen to
I was gonna say, I don't think she needs it anyway.
Very nice to meet you, Spencer and Joel. Christine Moeller, Chair of the Trails and Open Space, very proud. I first want to commend you on your chairperson, Tara. We've had an opportunity to meet several times, as well as Robin, who is the chair of the Parks and Rec, and we've really come together. And each of us is a little different, but man, do we bring to the table, just like you, your giving hands and your giving heart. We would very, very, very much, I wish that Tara could speak because she goes to all the meetings, and these two go to most of them, so they know more than we do put together. And thank God that we have them to guide us because we love them dearly and don't know what we'd do without them. Seriously. So with that said, we would very much like to work together. And Tara and Rob and I have put our heads together and trying to, come up with ideas that we can work and, bring each other's committees to the table because we all do such unique things. So we are working on a QR code. We have, let me back up. Years ago, we developed a Facebook page that has a QR code. And we were fortunate because it was grandfathered in. You can't do that anymore. So we want to share that with you. We want to share that with you and with the Healthy Yucaipa, because why not? So right now it's called the Trails and Open Space Take a Hike Facebook page, but it could say Committees of Yucaipa. It could say whatever we want it to say, and we want to share that with you. So those QR codes, so in the park activities that you have, and then Healthy Yucaipa has the walks and the rodeos, we can post those on our Facebook page. Not that we have, like TikTok or anything like that. We just, people post their pictures of their hikes and things that go on with the city, and it's just very kinetic, and usually the people that get involved with our committees are the same people that take a hike and the same people that use the parks. And so we just want to support each other. So, I want to offer you the committee, your committee, as well as we talked about that in the Trails and Open Space. So we want to offer that to you, carte blanche. You can use it, feel free to have people post their pictures. We do that with our Trails and Open Space, and it really is a great opportunity for families to post what they do and their sunsets and their pictures like that. Now, having said that, we also give out trail maps. And our trail maps, and we need to look, Megan, I'm not quite sure if our trail maps have the city parks on them or the trails on the city park, but this is a trail map for the city of Yucaipa. And that's our QR code that takes you to our Facebook page, which could also take you to yours. So if you're posting things, people can see it, right, from this QR code. Also, we can put the parks here, but we're working on the back side of this, which will also be put on the QR code. And Tara and Rob and I had ideas about sharing what's back here. You guys have activities and things that you want to post, whatever you want to post. There should be a spot for you and a spot for Healthy Yucaipa and Trails and Open Space so we can all share. And talking about QR codes, we're working on trailhead signs. That's been the bane of our existence for years. We just can't seem to get a trailhead sign going for nothing. And so Steve Franken, who's our city landscape architect, and Tara, I think you had a little thing to do with this, huh? But we got, he put a design together, and there's a City of Yucaipa logo that we're developing in concrete. There's a stamp being developed in concrete, which you can use on your trailheads as well. It's just got the city logo. Ours will say Trails and Open Space. Yours can say Parks and Rec, but there's also a spot in there for a QR code. So if you would like to do something like that, we're working on something. I have a very nice volunteers who do that for a living, so they're happy to do it. The other thing is our Youth Advisory Committee. Have you ever been to it, Joel and Spencer? Tara has. Have you not? Okay, tell him, Sarah.
Can I save it for announcements, only because
Okay,
it's not part of
okay.
this agenda item, but I definitely appreciate it.
Oh my God, I almost cry every time. They're just beautiful youth. I mean, those kids are amazing. Almost all their grade point averages is over 4. I mean, they're active in the committee. They're our kids, you know what I mean? And speaking of our kids, my son played football with Shelly's son. Can't even believe, I haven't seen her for years and she looks exactly the same. For sure. And look what they designed for us. This is our pin that we give out in our take a hikes when they've reached that. So, all this cooperation together is so kinetic for the community that we are, right? We're about fellowship and doing things like that. This is, Robin and Tara and I talked on the phone today. We have to go and support her because the Healthy Yucaipa is trying to get this walk around the community park. Shelley, we all need to go and support the Healthy Yucaipa, right? Even if we have to wake up early on a Saturday.
8 a.m.
Yes, it's Saturday and Tuesday night, right?
8 a.m. Saturday, 7 p.m. Tuesday.
Yeah. So there's
Community
so
park.
many good things going on in Yucaipa. I'm really grateful that Tara and Robin are fun ladies to have lunch with, because another thing that we're trying to get on the calendar as soon as we speak with our new city manager is the Make a Difference Day. Make a Difference Day has been going on in Yucaipa for so many years, and it hasn't for the last few, and it's really a shame. And Megan has worked so hard to keep those rock snakes going. If you don't know, there's beautiful rock snakes that kids have painted over the years and added over the rock to a rock. It started out as a kindergarten class, and I think the one in Community Park is almost 200 feet long now?
It's pretty long.
And that's Make a Difference Day projects. There's another one up at the El Dorado that started, and I think that's over 10 feet long. But in the last few years, we've planted over 100 trees in the El Dorado that were dying or dead, and that was Make a Difference Day project. One thing that we discussed at length was the community has such fellowship and giving hearts, right? That's you guys sitting up there, them doing all the work they do. These guys are after hours. It's when we come together on a day like that and you see hundreds of people out there doing something good for the community, I challenge Tara that you guys should pick a project. You should pick Steve Franken's brain. He's a city arborist. He's got a big arborist brain, and he's got lots of projects that could use some hands, in 2 hours, 2.5 hours of work with some volunteers. It's just a great community effort. The last thing I want to say is whatever you guys need support with, we're on. just so you know. It's about all of us working together and accomplishing and making our city better. And that's what I appreciate. And Tara, you are a heck of a lot of fun.
Likewise.
Megan. Kudos to you, baby.
Thank you, Christine.
Yes, thank you.
So, I mean, she pretty much wrapped up. Health Yucaipa is working on an AARP community approval. I think they're going to present it to City Council for approval. I think, did we talk about that? Did we talk about that at a meeting?
Yes,
Already?
yes, you are right on.
And then they're also trying to figure out what their goals would be for the next commission, next 2 years, or committee for the next 2 years. So what they want to focus on so that they can really accomplish some things. And then like Christine said, I know the conversation that we've been having as chair people is how do we figure out the areas where all of our goals and ideas overlap so we can get more done with less of a budget. Okay, so I think that's it for that item. Anybody? Okay, future agenda items. Do we have an update yet with disc golf?
We don't have any updates on disc golf, but we're hopeful to take that to city council soon. We're working with the family. We're working through some disc golf challenges.
Horse logistics.
We do have a future agenda item tracker, and so we have like this look ahead calendar that Tara so kindly just passed over to me. And the next meeting will have the Autumn Fest update. The budget was not approved by City Council at the first meeting at the last meeting in June, and so the budget is on the council's agenda Monday night, so we will have a budget update at the August 26th meeting. In addition, there'll be an update on the summer lunch program, disc golf, and we are inviting Yucaipa Youth Basketball to come and talk to the commission. They recently reached out with a lot of basketball dreams, and I think it's appropriate that you hear their concerns and their dreams and their goals for this community as it relates to access to basketball courts. Those were all the items that we had on our look ahead, but if there was any other items you'd like us to add, we'd be more than happy to do so.
When is council presenting renaming 7th Street?
That is also on Monday night.
Okay. Will that be part of, I mean, I guess we can just watch the meeting to see what happens also, or we'll be there.
That we will.
Okay, so I think that's, guys, do you have anything?
No.
I don't know if I can ask this as a question. Can we talk about Make a Difference Day?
Tonight, or we can add that to the agenda? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then do we have announcements?
If I may, I can jump in about the Youth Advisory Committee, if that's an announcement that I can share. So to give you just a quick overview, there are currently 13 members. Not all seats are currently filled. We do have a few vacancies. The city clerk's office has received, it's my understanding, at least 3 applications to start filling those. Terms start and end September 1, and they're 2-year terms. And so they have an alternating schedule where in some years 6 term out and some years 7 term out, so that they don't all 13 end at the same time. As well as we do have an update as of July 1st of this fiscal year. The city clerk's office is now overseeing the youth advisory committee, so we have transitioned it from community services to the city clerk's office because per the direction of the youth advisory committee, they were very interested in pursuing a more civic-minded oriented committee and learning more about civic government. And so we partnered with our internal teams and decided what was best to follow the direction of the committee was to move the committee under the jurisdiction of the city clerk's office. However, community services, we are here to serve, and we are on call for any opportunities to be guest speakers and assist. And so Tara is still my partner, and we are still working together, but now it's all under her wheelhouse. So if you know anybody who is interested, they just need to be between the ages of 14 to 20, live or attend school somewhere here in the city of Yucaipa, so they can be in college and attend at Crafton, or live here locally, but maybe attend another college or trade school, or being a young professional. And they provide, same as you, they give agenda recommendations, they provide updates, reports, they provide community service, and the overall intent is really to provide these young adults with an overview of not only city government, but leadership opportunities, community service opportunities. And I would be remiss if I did not mention that this committee was started and initiated by the late Diane Smith. And so with that, we definitely appreciate all of the efforts that she put in to support the committee, and all of the efforts that she provided community services in being a guest speaker, and just the love and care that she gave that committee, even once she was no longer a councilwoman or commissioner, and just a local pickleball player who loved her community. So that's kind of a brief overview. They have also changed their meetings to be once a month. So they will meet the first Wednesday of each month moving forward, but very similar to committees and commissions, they can also call special meetings, but they have just changed their calendar. Their meeting in August is not the first Wednesday, it'll be the second Wednesday, because first Wednesday is the night before school starts for Yucaipa High School. And so they have changed their August meeting schedule. But any other questions regarding Youth Advisory Committee, you can ask Ms. Tara as their staff liaison, and we're always happy to help as well. And then additional announcements, we are proud to announce that we are offering a 5th swim lesson session. It will be evenings instead of mornings and evenings that we will be operating, and that will start in just under 2 weeks. Registration will open Saturday morning, just due to the unanimous and loving support that we've received from our Yucaipa community. They have asked for additional swim lessons, and thankfully our staff are not quite going off to college just yet, so we can add a 5th evening sessions, and so classes will start as early as 5 p.m. because we want to make sure kiddos are out of school. And rec swim is still available. Aqua aerobics will extend out on the evenings, as well as if you're available Saturdays and Sundays after your Healthy Yucaipa walk, come over and dip in the pool at noon. And you can cool down with your family and friends as well. And if you haven't already heard, the parking lot sale for August 22nd is sold out, but you can go spend your money and go frequent those booths.
Awesome. I want to piggyback off of what Sarah was saying. I think if the chair and commission would like, it would be an honor to close this meeting in honor of Diane Smith. She was a commissioner, and she is also on the Wall of Fame at the Community Center, and dedicated a lot of her life to this community. And I did also want to announce that like Mayor Dick Riddell also passed away, and so our condolences to both of their families, and our just appreciation for all that they gave to this community. Something else about the community is, as you guys may recall, the city council had to make some tough cuts last year. One of those cuts was movies in the park, but County Line Farmers Market partnered with the city to cover all of the costs for the movies. They took place for 4 consecutive Thursdays, starting the first Thursday after the 4th of July, and they will end the first Thursday in August. So there is I'm just kidding, the next Thursday. They end next Thursday. And so there is a movie tomorrow night. It's right after the farmer's market. And last week we had over 700 people out in the park watching the movie. It was a beautiful sight to see.
Yes, it was fun.
And we just can tell how much the community loves that park. So thank you.
Thank you. Guys have any announcements or anything?
I don't.
Okay. Okay, so then I would say we can move to adjourn this meeting. It is 7:07.
We've got fans.